list that did so well, we had to make a part 2. Funny enough, if you go to the part 1 of this video, I'm actually wearing the same shirt, so I guess I'll be exposed as a minimalist and a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. That being said, the celebrities that we've chosen for today's list are in much more trouble than just wearing the same clothing in 2 different videos. Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host Johnny Rogers, and before we kick this video off, if you want to see more videos about what your favorite celebrities are up to lately, just tap that playlist in the corner of your screen. Also, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. We also want to let you guys know that we are very excited to announce a brand new channel called Top 10 Central Dark. It's going to feature all the scariest reactions that you've ever seen, the scariest videos you've ever seen, and I hope that you would come scream with us. But first, check out this preview.
I don't know. I don't trust.
What is he looking at? What is, okay, what is I've never been more scared of a squirrel in my life.
I feels like my heart's gonna explode.
Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list, the top 10 celebrities exposed during the pandemic, part 2. In at number 10, Jstation. With close to 6 million subscribers, Jstation has cultivated a massive audience over the years of people that love to get scared. Now, clearly all of his videos are pre-planned, but that doesn't seem to matter to his fans, and at one point in time, people really just did love his content for what it was. Although as time went on, he never really grew with his viewers. The thumbnails had more clickbait, the titles were bizarre, and not too long ago, he actually faked the death of his girlfriend. Oddly enough, they had just started a channel together, but for whatever reason he coerced her into making a video to fake her own death. People honestly had no idea if he was telling the truth or not until she made a video exposing him and his manipulation. It would have been bad enough had he had just made the video, but then he monetized a video about her resurrection for some reason. It was all very bizarre, and from that he lost a ton of subscribers. In at number 9, Takashi 6ix9ine. His real name is Daniel Hernandez, but under his rap name he had shot to fame with the release of his debut mixtape Day 69. Or Day 69, if you will. However, just as he was beginning to build a career in the entertainment industry, he was arrested for violating the Federal RICO Act. These were laws pertaining to racketeering, influenced, and corrupt organizations. He faced a minimum of 32 years, which was a lot better than the original 47-year sentence that he was given after he decided to snitch on the other crimes committed by the 9 Trey Bloods. Allegedly, along with Mr. Hernandez, they committed a number of illegal activities including murder, robbery, and narcotics trafficking for the benefit of protecting the power, territory, and profits of the gang and its organization. Once Takashi was on house arrest though, he couldn't just stay off social media. This is actually one of these celebrities who exposed themselves during this pandemic. Thanks to his constant flexing on Instagram, Takashi has had to relocate several times after fans discovered where he was staying. In at number 8, Alyssa Milano. Speaking of people exposing themselves, Alyssa Milano exposed just how few people actually listen to her podcast while she was on one of her usual Twitter rants. Bizarrely enough, she had tweeted about a bevy of other things after asking her audience if they cared if she vented for a bit. She went from talking about racism to babies being locked in cages before finally landing on a point of jealousy, bizarrely enough. Normal people may also be worrying about those terrible things happening in the world in addition to finding a job after the government locked down the country, but Alyssa has much bigger things to worry about apparently. Alyssa tweeted, "We live in a world where Joe Rogan's podcast has triple the listeners as mine, dear God." Well, he has been doing it for over a decade, so that tends to happen. Especially when you put in the work into a project and don't waver from your goals. Alyssa just started her podcast and she's already jealous of people that are doing better than her in the field of entertainment, just exposing herself for having a weak mentality when it comes to her own creative projects. In at number 7, Rudy Gobert. The man you saw in that video is Rudy Gobert. He plays for the Utah Jazz, and during a press conference he mocked the coronavirus and then proceeded to touch all of the microphones in front of him. Bear in mind, this was at the start of the pandemic. Apparently his jokes didn't stop there though. Rudy was also seen in the Jazz locker room touching other players' belongings and joking that he was giving them coronavirus. Not even a few days later, he tested positive for COVID-19, and so did his teammate Donovan Mitchell. This is also what prompted the NBA to cancel the season at the time, and even as a game between the Jazz and Thunder was starting, the NBA sent everyone home. Thanks, Rudy. In at number 6, Nick Cannon. After a recent episode of Nick Cannon's podcast called Cannon's Class, Viacom CBS decided to fire him after he promoted hateful speech and spread anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. In response, Nick said that he doesn't condone hate speech and that his words were meant for the oppressive and racist infrastructure in America. Nick Cannon, best known for his marriage to Mariah Carey, also created the show called Wild 'N Out. However, that show will be coming to an end after 15 seasons. The real exposing on Nick came after Viacom made a statement that said, "While we support ongoing education and dialogue in the fight against bigotry, we are deeply troubled that Nick has failed to acknowledge or apologize for perpetuating anti-Semitism, and we are terminating our relationship with him." In at number 5, Jimmy Fallon. During a sketch for the NBC Tonight Show host, Jimmy Fallon apologized for doing an impersonation of fellow comic Chris Rock while in blackface during a 2000 episode of Saturday Night Live. Discussion of Jimmy's 20-year-old skit surfaced after a video of it was posted online. According to entertainment trade media outlet Variety, it was first posted on Twitter by a user named Chef Boy O'Dear, and showed Fallon as Chris Rock appearing on a talk show. When the clip began to go viral, many people called Fallon out to be fired from the Tonight Show altogether, although instead he just issued a lengthy apology. Fallon tweeted, "In 2000 while on SNL, I made a terrible decision to do an impersonation of Chris Rock while in blackface. There is no excuse for this. I am very sorry for making this unquestionably offensive decision, and thank you all for holding me accountable." In at number 4, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon is an American media executive, political strategist, and the former executive chairman of Breitbart News. For a while, he was applauded as a celebrity for the alt-right to champion throughout the culture war between the left and the right in the US. However, after Steve got himself involved with a charity to build Trump's wall, he is now hated by all. Bannon was exposed during this pandemic for his misuse of funds that were given to the We Build the Wall campaign. A federal investigation found that Bannon had used the donations for tons of personal expenses, despite the website saying that all money would be refunded if the wall was not completed, which it wasn't. In at number 3, Britney Spears. Now, most of these celebrities are being exposed for something terrible that they did in the past, but for Britney it was her conservatorship that was exposed. A Free Britney movement had started online that claimed the celeb had been manipulated and had not been in control of her life for the last 12 years. This was approved by the court system in 2008 after Spears had several public mental breakdowns. This decision then put her entire estate, financial assets, and some of her personal assets even all under the control of her father and his lawyer. Spears was spotted driving her SUV with her son Sean on her lap and not strapped into a car seat. She also famously shaved her head and was seen hitting a photographer's car with an umbrella. These were just a few examples for her father to take control of her life though, but now that we are 12 years removed from these events, many fans feel that Britney should be able to handle her own personal matters. In at number 2, Tory Lanez. Canadian rapper Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, recently gained mass popularity throughout this pandemic by constantly doing Instagram live sessions. His show was called Quarantine Radio and featured a ton of content that broke the community guidelines of Instagram. That being said, he was still crowned the Quarantine King by his followers. With clout around his name now, we saw Tory hanging out with the likes of Kylie Jenner and Megan Thee Stallion, which brings us to what Tory was being exposed for. Megan was in a car with Tory and a member of his security team driving through an LA neighborhood, and apparently an argument took place that resulted in Megan deciding that she was going to get out and walk to where she was staying. However, before she could do so, Tory allegedly shot her in the foot. The LA District Attorney's Office said in a statement, "On July 24th, our office asked law enforcement for further investigation before making a filing decision on charge of felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm, personal use of a firearm against Daystar Peterson."
So, since y'all hoes so worried about it, yes, this Tory shot me. You shot me.
Last but certainly not least, on our number 1 spot, Leafy. Back in 2017, Leafy decided to take a long break from YouTube, and because of this, his popularity on the platform took a huge hit. About 4 months ago though, he announced via Drama Alert that he would be making his return, but posting much less than he used to. Well, now he'll be posting even less content than usual because YouTube has terminated his account. A screen cap of the ban was even posted by Keemstar himself that said, "This account has been terminated due to multiple or severe violations of YouTube's policy prohibiting content designed to harass, bully, or threaten." This comes after Leafy had uploaded many videos that centered around the Twitch streamer Pokimane. He called her out for her content repeatedly, which is something that his fans believe contributed to his expulsion from YouTube. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled Top 10 Celebrities Who Embarrass Themselves on TikTok. CL says, "These videos aren't embarrassing videos at all, they're just extremely cringy videos of people who love themselves a little too much, but your jokes are extremely whack, my dude, you should be on this list yourself." I can't even finish your comment, I can't even take you seriously, bro. If I do a list about whack jokes from YouTubers, let's say, I'll make sure to include myself on that list. As for TikTok though, bruh, my TikTok is pure fire. That is undeniable. Kimberly Gray says, "Howie Mandel, bold of the joke was funny." I'm happy someone liked my jokes. Also, did you mean bowl of the joke? Because I think that's what I said. I'm gonna assume that's what you said, Kim. Villanelle says, did Howie get brain freeze? Haha, dumb joke. Look, never say your joke is dumb. I say dumb jokes and dumb things all the time. The fact that you're trying is good enough for me. Roadhouse says, hey Johnny, I like that you spelled it H-A-Y. If you make your own dictionary, I'll buy one. Oh god, am I gonna have to make my own dictionary now? This is actually a good question for you guys though. Leave me a comment down below with what my dictionary would be called, and this should be interesting. Those will be good featured comments next time. Miss Cool says, loves this video, and you too, Johnny. Love your face in these awesome videos. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Cool. That's very cool of you. We're doing our very best to keep you all entertained. And that has been the top 10 celebrities exposed during the pandemic part 2. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editors for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From Top 10 Beyond the Screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy.